Most traders think your profit potential when selling options is capped by the credit you receive at entry. It sounds logical, right? But that belief could be killing your edge. In this video, I'll show you a real trade where I turned a small debit entry into a $7,500 profit. And I'll break down how. I'm Carl Dahm, and I trade options live every week, sharing my real P&L so you can see exactly what works. Now, true or false? When selling option premium, the profit potential of the position is solely determined by the credit received at the open of the trade. Now, here's the surprising truth. Profitable trading isn't about whether a trade is opened for a credit or a debit. It's about the trade structure and the trade plan. This limiting belief is what holds back traders from finding an edge. And trading profitably, again, is determined by the trade structure, not whether it's open with a debit or a credit. Now watch this. On January 27th, 2025, I opened a PL5 trade for a debit of $4.95. And you can see that here. And this is the actual trade that was executed in real life. Now at the time, the price of SPX was at $59.82. Now here's the trade open on a risk graph for more reference. You can see here. And on the 27th of January, that was this day, it was trading at $59.82 according to this chart here for SPX. 1 month later, I closed it for a $10 credit. You can see the $10 credit. This is the actual real executed trade right here. And this was closed on 2/27/25. And SPX price was $59.72, just a 10-point move. Let me show you what happened with the chart. You can see that we started here around that $59.82 mark, and then I exited the trade around $59.72 around this area here on this day on the 27th. And you can see that there was a sideways market. There was hardly any movement from this day on the 27th of January to this day at the open on this day, February 27th. That is definitely a sideways move. Now, most traders believe selling premium only works if you collect a credit up front, but that's the conventional wisdom. But I flip that belief on its head, and the PL5 framework often enters for a debit. Actually, it enters for a debit about 95% of the time. And in fact, here's what makes it so powerful. It's rules-based, fully hedged, and thrives in non-movement markets. And the trade booked a $7,500 profit. That's a powerful structure. So the Premier Level 5 Pro is put on for a debit approximately 95% of the time. And you can see that with this one tranche, the average win is $740, and it happens 77% of the time. And the average loss is $618, which happens 20% of the time. And it breaks even about 3% of the time. So the edge isn't whether you start with a credit. The edge is in the structure plus the trade plan that manages risk and preserves capital. And that's exactly what I also designed with the safe wheel strategy. It fixes the flaws of the traditional wheel by adding a built-in hedge. So if you want a complete walkthrough of the safe wheel, including the flow chart and checklist, click the link below. It's free for a limited time, and it will completely change how you think about options trading. Don't just watch this video. Click the link below and get the safe wheel guide so you can start trading with a truly hedged, rules-based approach.